God bless you, woman of God. Welcome to our channel. Today we will be talking about how to prepare an action plan that will help us achieve our spiritual goals in 2021. If this is your first time here, my name is Rosa. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have a friend or a family member that doesn't speak English and you want to share this content with them in Spanish, send them to our channel, La Mujer de Dios. The link would be in the description below. So guys, there's only 22 days left in this year for us to begin year 2021. And as we said in our previous video, most of us are preparing and getting our stuff ready to go for the new year to start off with a bang. So this week, we continue with our action plan to reach our spiritual goals in 2021. As Christians, we all have spiritual goals. We all have very present in our hearts, in our minds, in our souls, that we want to live a life spiritually and physically that pleases God. Every time a service ends or we hear a preaching, we hear a message that touches our hearts, that touches the fabric of our souls, and we say to ourselves, I need to pray more, I need to read more the Bible, I need to pursue greater things in my spiritual life. We are convicted, we are moved to do greater things for God. We all long for a stronger and better intimate relationship with God and to have a strong spiritual life that can be reflected in our personal lives, in our character, and in the way we do things. But most of the times when we leave that service or when we leave the presence of God or that moment when the Lord has ministered or spoken to us, we forget that conviction that we received. We forget that word that was given to us. We forget that inspiration to grow in our spiritual lives. We forget. We forget because we don't write it down. Which is why when we plan and we set goals for the next year, we must not forget to include our spiritual life in our goal planning. We must include a work plan that would help us achieve our spiritual goals as well as our professional goals. If we do not write those things that God has been guiding us to do, either speaking to us in public through a message to the congregation or in our personal, secret, intimate prayer life with Him, if we do not write those things down, there will be no compromise behind our intention. There will be no action to reinforce our intention. As we begin to plan, one of the things we can do in order for us to achieve greater success is to talk to people that have already achieved those goals that we are seeking for. Look at those people that are already living the life that you long to live, that they are living that spiritual life, or they're having those spiritual victories that you're longing to have. We can ask them for counseling, for guidance on what they have done that has helped them achieve their spiritual goals or what has worked for them. On the downloadable PDF that we provided you last week, we had a space to write down 5 goals in the different 5 categories of our lives. Now that we have our main 5 goals, now we have to create a work plan or a plan of action in order for us to effectively achieve these goals in our lives. And how do we do this? We do this by answering 3 simple questions. How will I do it? When will I do it? And where will I do it? Answering these 3 simple questions will give us so much information that will help us and open up doors for us to be able to achieve our goals. So let's get started. Let's say we have these 5 following spiritual goals for our year 2021. Number 1, I want to pray more. Well, to say that I want to pray more is a great goal, but in and of itself, it lacks structure. It lacks detail. It lacks specification on how am I going to measure that I am praying more. So we must be specific. We can say something like, I want to pray 3 times a day, in the morning when I wake up, in my lunchtime, and before I go to bed. That would be a way for you to quantify that you are praying more. You're praying when you wake up in the morning, probably next to your bed. You're praying at lunchtime when you get out of work to have your lunch, before you go to sleep. Or you can say, I want to pray more and be more consistent in my prayer life. And to do so, I will pray every day at 5 o'clock in the morning in my war room or my secret place of prayer. You are answering the 3 questions. How are you going to do it? Well, I'm going to pray every day. When? At 5 o'clock in the morning. Where? In my war room or my secret place of prayer. When you do this, you become more intentional because you know exactly what to do and when to do it. Number 2, let's say you want to read the Bible in a year. Although this is an admirable goal, it lacks structure. It lacks information for you to be able to accomplish it effectively. It is lacking some details. What Bible will I use in my study time? Do I have a Bible? Do I need to purchase a Bible? How long would it take me daily to achieve this goal? These are questions that we need to ask ourselves in order to set ourselves up for success. So, I want to read the Bible in a year. To achieve this goal, I will be using the Bible, The Woman After God's Own Heart. And I will read it 15 minutes every day after my prayer time. It takes most people 15 minutes a day of reading the Bible to read through the Bible in 1 year. I will read the Bible 15 minutes after prayer time at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I will do the daily devotional provided in it. In case of me not being able to read my Bible 15 minutes at 6 o'clock in the morning, I will read those same 15 minutes at 10 o'clock at night before bedtime. Having a contingency plan is a great tactic in order for you to ensure you do not fail in your pursuit of reaching these goals. If I cannot do it at this time, I will do it at this other time. This is going to help you a lot in order for you to be effective and successful. Number 3, let's say I want to fast more continuously. I want to fast more consistently. Fasting not only helps us in our spiritual life, but it also helps us in our health. Fasting disintoxicates our bodies, and it also disintoxicates our soul. It is incredibly beneficial to our overall health. To achieve this goal of fasting more consistently, it will be necessary for you to analyze your daily living. What are the things you do throughout the week every day? And then you will choose which days will be most effective for you to fast. In biblical times, there were specific days when people fasted. Therefore, it would be great if you can choose a day or 2 that you would dedicate to the Lord every week in fasting and prayer. We can say something like this: I will fast every week on Thursday from 6 a.m. to 12 noon at my house. If we are this specific, we begin to enter into greater commitment, not only with yourself, but most importantly with God. Number 4, let's say you want to reach more souls for Christ. You want to attract more people to the kingdom of God. This, as great of a goal as it is very broad. It lacks. It needs for us to be more specific as well. In the next year, I want to reach 2 lives for Christ, or win 2 souls for Christ. How will I do it? Well, first of all, I must share the gospel with more people. I need to spread my faith, what I believe in, with those that are around me. We should bear witness of God's testimony in our lives. We should share our love. We should share our passion. We should share our testimonies of what He has done in our lives, and be persistent in the Lord. Our testimony many times will do a lot greater things than what we can say with our own lips. Our actions speak louder than our words. So in order for us to achieve this goal of reaching more people for God, or reaching 2 souls for the Lord, Our action plan will be, I will share my faith with 2 people every week, no matter where I go. A little tip on this goal would be, after you have won a soul for Christ, don't abandon them. Don't leave them alone. Follow through, follow up so that they can remain, so that they can withstand the test of time. Number 5, I want to be more consistent in my attendance to church. Depending on your congregation, it might have already been fully opened, or it may still be closed due to the pandemic, depending the state or the place where you're living right now. But this goal is an excellent goal to have, whether it be to be more present in your physical services or to be present on the virtual services. We are setting a goal to be more consistent with our attendance to church. But this is an excellent goal to have, to do all that is possible to you to reach all the services that you can reach, to attend all the services you can attend. Taking into account that you may be setting this goal because in effect you do have a problem with attendance or tardiness. Perhaps you can say, I will attend to services on Friday and Sunday, and I will do everything in my power to arrive 15 minutes prior to the service beginning. And I will do my best to attend to at least 2 activities or extraordinary events per month. Anything and everything that you do to advance or to grow in what it is your attendance to your congregation or the activities that they do will in turn help you grow in certain areas of your spiritual life. For the purpose of this video, we have chosen these 5 goals, but we could have used many other goals. I will give you a few more examples just in case you want to broaden your horizon. You can say, I want to develop God's gifts or talents in my life. I would like to see healings and miracles being performed. I would like to serve as a volunteer in a department in my church or in an outreach or jail or serving the people around my community. I would like to evangelize more often, support an international mission or a ministry. Whatever your spiritual goal may be, remember to answer the 3 simple questions. How will I do it? Where will I do it? And when will I do it? If you do these things, if you answer these questions as you're planning your goals, it would take that goal from being a wish to an actionable and attainable, successful goal. I hope this video has been a blessing to your life. Stay tuned to check the rest of the videos in this series as we prepare for a successful 2021. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao.